This trick is so amazing that even when I teach you the secret, you're not going to believe it at first. You're going to have to try it yourself a couple of times. You take this deck of cards, you pass it to a spectator and ask them to cut off about a third of the deck. They can do it. You hand them the cards and they'll cut about a third of the deck and they put it aside. And you ask them to cut another third of the deck and they put it aside. And they put the rest of the deck in the middle. Now they're going to look at the top card of this pile, which obviously you could not know which card was there because they cut the cards. Now I'm going to show you the card. I'm not looking. Obviously you can't tell if I'm looking or not. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to teach you the secret in a second. But you would not see that card. The spectator would look at that card and they put it back and you're going to ask them to shuffle the cards, mix it up, just get their card lost in that pack somewhere. Then they're going to take this pack and before even looking at a card, they'll just shuffle. So they'll just start mixing them up. And when they're done shuffling and they can shuffle as much as they want, they're going to look at the top card of this pile. And again, I'm not going to look at it. You can see it and we'll put it back. All right. And then they're going to take the third pile and they're just going to shuffle these up just so the cards are all completely mixed up. Put these cards on here, put these cards on here. And then they will hand the pack back to you. I would look at these cards and I would try to figure out which card they picked. And I think their card was well, I'll put it aside. That's the card I think it was. And then we'll try to find the next card. So let's see. I'm going to say it was this card. I'll put that one aside. And then I'd flip them over and say, were these the cards that you picked? And they'd be blown away to know that I got both cards. Now, the secret to this trick is that there is a little bit of setup, but it is so well worth it. So you have to take all of the cards from one suit. I'm using clubs, but you could use any suit you want. You're going to put them in order, ace through king. And those are going to go on top of the deck. And then you're going to put 11 more cards on top of that. So random 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you've got the ace through king, and then 11 random cards on top of that, and you're ready to go. But what I would usually do is I'll do some kind of false cut just while I'm talking. I'm not going to call attention to it. I'm just going to say, okay, take this deck of cards. Now I want you to cut a third of the deck off. Now when they cut a third of the deck off, doesn't matter where they cut, they're going to get a club, right? So in this case, they got the 5 of clubs. But let's say they cut a few cards deeper. They would have got the 10 of clubs. Or if they went a little short, doesn't matter. They would have got the 3 of clubs. So let's say they went here. In this case, they cut to the 9 of clubs, which means this is going to be the 10 of clubs. The second packet, they're going to put over here, and the third one over here. So they're definitely going to get a club in the first packet they look at. So look at the top card. You don't know which card it is, but they're going to get this card. So in this case, they got the 10 of clubs. They put it back. You tell them to shuffle the cards. So they do. Mix them up. This is a real shuffle. They're really mixing them up. Then they're going to look at this packet, and they're going to mix them up again, and they're just going to look at the top card. So I'll just do that again. We'll mix them up. They're going to look at the top card. In this case, they got the Queen of Diamonds. And then the third card, they're going to mix up. Now, the third packet, this is really for show. There's nothing in this packet, so it doesn't matter. They can shuffle them all they want. And they're going to put it on top, and they're going to put this pack on top of that pack. And here's where the secret comes in. When you look through the bottom section of the cards, so just scrolling to the bottom here, you're going to look at all the clubs and look for the lowest club before you get to a chunk of non-clubs. So these are all non-clubs here. So I know it's got to be in this pack here. What's the lowest club that I see here? And it is the 10. So that has to be their card. So I'd pull that one out and I'd put it aside. To find their second card, you're going to take the value of this card and add 10 to it. So 10 plus 10 is 20. So their other card's going to be 20 cards from the bottom. I'm not going to count out loud. I'm just going to do it to myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cards. That's their card. You put it aside. It works every single time. I know you don't believe me until you try it.